All right, so we're gonna try this fried rice that we made. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Garlicky.
I approve.
You approve? My head's like right here.
Well, you're short. Hi guys, it's Nate and Tam, and tonight we are doing fried rice. We're gonna do a simple, quick recipe to make fried rice that anyone can do. All right, so we gotta get us a little green onions, and let's see what else we can put in the fried rice. Got some carrots and some green onions out of the garden we can put in the fried rice. And actually, this cilantro here has taken over basically everything. It's taken over my carrots, it's taken over my onions, but anyway, we should be able to find us a few in here to take out and use for, let's see, this looks like a good one. Yeah, that'll work, I guess. We can use that one, and let's see what we got onion wise. We're using them for the green onions, so we don't want anything that's too terribly old. We'll get some like that we can use. Get the younger, more tender onions. Anyway, pull a few of those out. We're gonna utilize everything out of the garden that we can. So we'll see you in a minute in the kitchen. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do after we went to the garden and we picked our carrots and we picked our onions, we're gonna chop up this carrot. I'm gonna peel it and then chop it up. I only got one carrot. It's actually a pretty large one out of the garden. So we're gonna go with that for now. So we're gonna cut the top off first of all. Grab this handy dandy pillar here. And you'll hear our dogs getting pretty excited because they like carrots as treats. Kind of weird dogs, but whatever, we'll give them the peelings off of it. So let me get a bigger knife here. I'm gonna go ahead and start to dice this carrot up. Alright, next we're gonna chop up our onions, green onions. We got about a bunch of onions approximately that we picked out of our garden. Like I said, you can just go to the store if you have your own garden. If you're fortunate enough to have your own garden, that's always nice. Alright, so in addition to the green onion, we're also gonna add one small to medium sized yellow onion. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this slap chopper here to speed up things. And get that. We'll make it a little bit smaller. What do you think? Is that good enough?
Yep.
I don't know. You're the expert here. As always, right? Alright, so we'll put the other half in there, get that chopped up. So right now we have the carrots that are already chopped up, as you saw earlier, the green onions. And I'm gonna go ahead and add these as well. The green onions are just gonna be a garnish at the end. These we're actually gonna cook at the same time as the garlic? Yeah. Or after? Okay, at the same time as the garlic. See, I'm learning as we go too, so. Alright, so let's talk about what we need here. A wok, what happens if they don't have a wok?
Any large saucepan would be nice, but the reason why we use a wok is because it evenly distributes the heat throughout the pan. So if you have a wok, it's preferred. If not, a large pan is fine.
Alright, and let's talk why we have a small saucepan here as well. Why do we have a small saucepan and a wok?
So our fried rice is going to include eggs, and it will just be best to cook the eggs separately.
Alright, so we have our two pans. Tell us what we're gonna do to start out.
Okay, first we're gonna go ahead and turn on our oven to, let's say, medium to the high heat. And to get that started.
All right, so we have rice that we cooked yesterday, and the reason we're using the rice from yesterday is if you use fresh rice, as you can see, this is dry rice. If you use fresh rice, it's gonna get too soggy, right?
Right, so the key ingredient when you're cooking rice is to make sure it's dry, and the best is day-old rice. Be sure to check out how to cook perfect rice, and we'll link it in the description.
Okay, so let's get to it. What's the first thing we're gonna do? We gonna get the butter in there?
No, the first step is to prep the rice.
Okay, let's prep the rice.
Okay, so prepping the rice, this is normally just so that we're not cooking and smashing the rice with the soy sauce. It's good to go ahead and prep the rice by adding the soy sauce in there.
Now, how much have we put in there? I know that you're just kind of guessing because you know you've done it so much, but what, a couple tablespoons or whatever?
Basically just to cover the rice. Don't completely soak it because again, it's going to get the rice mushy.
All right, and so this is 2 cups. I don't know if we mentioned this yet, but here it is. This is 2 cups of cooked day-old rice. So basically, we let it sit in the rice maker pan overnight in the refrigerator, and so it's dried out a little bit. It's a little bit stuck together, but that's fine. That's what you want. You don't want it sticky. Like I said, it'll absorb too much and become mushy.
Yeah.
So she's gonna work that soy sauce into the rice.
Just to add a little bit more.
So basically, you just want it evenly coated, right?
Right.
You don't want any white blotches in it.
Yeah.
The best of your ability.
So just be careful not to mush the rice together as well. You know, again, you're just wanting to separate the individual rice to make sure each of the pieces are fully coated. Okay, so we have our wok going, heated up, again, medium to high heat. Then we are gonna add butter.
The best part, right?
Yeah. So as we add the butter, you're gonna go ahead and add garlic.
Get all that goodness going in there.
Yeah. We're gonna add our onions.
And that's our 1 medium onion chop.
Right. So as the butter cooks down, you're gonna go ahead and mix up the onions and garlic as well. Now what we're putting in our fried rice today is also some carrots from our garden. Be sure to check out our garden videos as well on our channel. So we'll go ahead and add that as well. Because you want to make sure the carrots are cooked down as well. You don't want it to be all hard in our fried rice. Okay, while that's cooking, we are going to cook our eggs as well. So let's get the oven to...
Stove, babe, it's a stove.
Stove, whatever. Get the stove to about medium. Okay, and then just coat the pan with some, any kind of
non-stick spray.
Non-stick spray. As that heats up, it's up to you if you want to go ahead and scramble your eggs with a bowl, but we do things easy here. So once that pan heats up, we're just gonna automatically crack the egg.
All right, so now we're gonna crack the eggs and get them scrambled up. Basically no different than you would make scrambled eggs for breakfast, I guess.
So since we're using 2 cups of rice, you're gonna do the same as far as eggs. We're using 2 eggs.
So 1-to-1 ratio on the eggs to rice. Eggs per cup of rice, I should say. All right, so we're gonna swap places for a little bit. She's gonna teach me how to do this myself. All right, so what we're gonna do, take the eggs off, right?
Yeah, just make sure it's fully cooked through. You want to like use a spatula to break up the eggs, and just keep it to this side until we're ready to add it.
Okay, so what are we gonna do over here?
So now that our onions, garlic, and carrots are fully cooked down, the next step would be to add the rice. So grab the rice.
All right.
Add it to the bowl. And then fully mix through the rice. Just be careful not to mush the rice into the pan. Again, the purpose is just to evenly coat each grain of rice.
All right, so we got the rice added in, and what's our next step?
Okay, so the next step is just to add your cooked eggs.
All right.
And by then, you know, the rice is fully cooked with the vegetables and everything. So you can go ahead and turn off the stove. Stove big, right?
Right, stove, not oven.
And what you can do is season it with some black pepper. And we like a lot of black pepper.
Yeah. And we don't need salt, right? Because we got soy sauce in there. So that's gonna cover our sodium for the dish. And what about if they want to spice it up a little bit? What would be a good thing to add?
Well, if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can add cayenne pepper.
What the heck? Let's do it.
Okay.
Might as well. We got some red pepper flakes here. We'll do that. Add a couple of pinches. Like I say, we made all this from the garden, so I try to use it in everything we can. We'll just add a little spice. But you don't have to do that step if you don't want to. All right, so what do we need to do next?
Okay, so basically you have fried rice.
What meats can they add in there? What's a good meat if they want to do shrimp, chicken, Spam?
Yeah, any kind of protein is great. Ham, if you're wanting to use fried rice with for breakfast, you can do ham. Spam is a great option for my Guamanian people out there, or island people.
Can't discriminate against the Hawaiians. They like their Spam as well, right?
No, so any kind of protein, as long as it's cooked beforehand, you don't want to cook it with the fried rice just because it's going to make it a lot more soggy. But we will be filming a Spam fried rice video, so be looking forward to that. But other than that, you can do chicken, bacon, steak, if you have any leftover steak from dinner. But this is just a simple way to cook fried rice. So after your fried rice is pretty much done, what I like to do is have some green onions here, and this is straight from our garden. And then you just garnish your fried rice with the green onions, just to add a little bit of a more oniony flavor into your fried rice.
All right, so now there's basically nothing left for us to do but to eat, right?
Yep.
So join us at the table for our taste review. Taste, that doesn't even sound right. Okay. Our taste what? What do you call it? We're gonna sample the shit. All right, so we're gonna try this fried rice that we made. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Garlicky.
I approve.
You approve? Mmm.
The only thing I would do is make it a little bit more spicy, but we weren't going for spicy.
No, simple. Well, you can add sriracha to it.
Mmm. Let's do that. It's a lot of sriracha, isn't it?
Mm. We like things spicy.
It's about to be hot now.
Good?
That's good. All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you got value out of this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Don't forget that notification bell so you can keep track of all our future videos we upload.
We have some good recipes coming up next week, like sushi bake.
Yeah.
I didn't know you bake sushi, but we're about to find out next week.
Spam 3 ways, so check that out. And if you have any other ideas that you would like for us to try, please put it in the comments below.
All right, thank you guys for joining us, and we are out.